afternoon. It's 11:31. Hi, people. Okay, technically it's still morning, but hi. So, everything's going good. So, Mom's van is getting towed tomorrow to go get fixed on. It's either the starter or the engine or the battery. We don't know, but it will be figured out. Hopefully, it will be fixed tomorrow. If not, it will probably be away. So, my mom is home today. She's home tomorrow, and we don't know what's gonna happen Thursday, but my hair is poofing out because I washed it. So, we have no car, which is fine. And so my mom decided this morning that since we had no car, that she had walked over and decided, hey, we're gonna go to Speedway today and get donuts. So because we have no car, my mom took my brother and I over to Speedway, which is right next door to the apartment complex. If you watched the video from last summer where my dad and I are traveling up to Mackinac Island and then we stop at the gas station to put air in the van's tires, that's the Speedway we go to. It's right by our apartment. So we walked over in the snow. See the snow? And we're not done yet. Apparently we got more snow last night. We're supposed to get more snow this week again. So like I said, I'll have snow for my birthday. So but we went over to Speedway. We got a dozen Krispy Kreme donuts. I think I ended up being like 3 cream filled and 3 strawberry, my favorite. My mom and my brother got chocolate candy bars, which I don't really need because I have a bag of peanut butter M&Ms, and still I have one of those giant Reese's peanut butter cups left, which they're a pain because I keep it in the fridge, so anytime I want some, I have to take it out and let it warm up so I can slice it because that thing gets rock hard. So we went and got donuts, and my mom and my brother got candy bars, and then we all got some drinks. My brother got some coffee because he is like addicted to this iced coffee from Speedway that you can get in a bottle. So my brother got that, and I actually got 2 Nesquik chocolate milks because I'm out of water and I don't want to be drinking pop. And they're full of sugar, I know, but I don't want to be drinking pop all the time. So we did that. But the best news is I got a great early birthday present. Other than the fact that the Eagles won the Super Bowl and Matt Patricia is officially the head coach of the Lions. Yay! And other than the fact that they not only did a teaser for Solo during the Super Bowl, they also did a teaser trailer yesterday. Yay! I heard back from the balsam shops. I keep calling them Surrey Hills, but they're actually called balsam shops. I heard back from them. So, rewind. I applied for this job. I've been trying to get back to Mackinac Island. I had an interview with Mackinac Wheels. They hired too many girls, so they couldn't hire me. And then I hadn't heard back from anybody, and then I heard back from Surrey Hills, the balsam shops. I actually had a phone interview with them at the end of January, and they were calling my references, and I got nervous because I haven't heard back from them because I thought I would hear back from them this last week. So I hadn't heard back from them, and I was starting to get nervous, and I was emailing this woman, and I actually emailed her yesterday saying, hey, I can be up as early as April 2nd. And and during that time, I had also applied for a couple other places. One of those places was Lake Bluff Condos, which is, let me get out the map. Let me find somewhere to put the map. You guys are looking at my chin. I have a very ugly chin. So, hey, we'll put it here. So, let's see if it's even labeled. Hey! Stop that. So Lake Bluff Condos are really bad camera angle. So Lake Bluff Condos are over in this area right here. So they're like over by the Grand Hotel Jewel Golf Course. So this is the town, and then the condos are way over here. And they actually say on the website it's about a 30-minute taxi ride from the docks to the condos. So it's like, that's insane that it's that far away. So I was debating about it. There was some stuff that was concerning. For instance, if I took this job, I'd be staying in one of those 2-bedroom loft condos with with the manager on the ground floor and all the housekeepers in the loft. So that sounded very insane. And so I was nervous. I'm like, if I hadn't heard back, I was probably going to take it. I didn't want to, and I have no experience in housekeeping. So I was getting nervous, and I was going to email them with a few questions today to kind of make up my mind, and I come out to get ready for the day, and there's an email from Miss Myers from Balsam Shop saying she is sorry. She's been out of town. She's called two of my references. They gave me great reports, and she's been out of town, so apparently her email has been glitching. So she has been sending me emails, but I haven't been getting them. So, but I've had two great glowing references. They're looking forward to working with me. So I am officially hired. I am going back up to the island. I don't know when, because she said that she's going to wait to give me the date she wants me up on the island until the ferries start running again, because we thought it was going to get warm, but apparently it's gotten cold enough now that an ice bridge has formed and people have started using snowmobiles. So until the ferries start running again, I will not be going up to the island. So she's going to call me next week with more information, but I am officially hired. I'm going back to the island, so I'm excited. I told my mom. My mom's like, you're staying up there for the summer. I'm like, I know. I actually feel more confident because this is a retail job. It's something I'm good at. I'm really excited about it. I just think everything will be so much better with this job. So I am hired. I have a few things to start out. One thing I'm doing next week is I'm going to get a hold of the people who do my loans and see if I can renew my loan repayment plan early, because it's actually, I can renew it in May, but I don't know, but I'll probably be up on the island by then. So I really want to see if I can renew it early, because it would be really hard to renew it in May, because if I can't do the entire renewal process online, that means I have to have my mom do the paperwork down here. So I need to see if I can do it like early, at least in March, so that I'm going to explain. It's like I'm going to go out of town for a few months. During that time where I can renew my repayment plan, it's going to be difficult because I don't know how the internet situation is going to be, and I won't have access to a printer to print out the paperwork if I need to send paperwork in. I won't have access to any of the paperwork, like my pay stubs and stuff, so I would very much like to get this done early. So hopefully they're able to find a way that I can renew it early, or maybe push my renewal back to like fall or something. So I don't know. I'm going to get a hold of them next week and see. So now I officially have to start making lists next week about stuff I need to get done, stuff I need to get. My mom's like, I have to start hoarding the ice water that I love. They do have it on Mackinac Island. They do have ice water on Mackinac Island. So I'm not going to be totally without. So I already have a list. I already have a restaurant. I cannot wait to go back to Island Slice Pizza. That is like the best pizza in this state. I love it so much. And I can't wait to go back to Mighty Mac Hamburger. And I wanted to try a few restaurants. Problem is, a lot of the restaurants on Mackinac Island are expensive. Like one restaurant I wanted to try was, they have a pancake house. That looked really good, but I never tried it because it was expensive. But they have another restaurant there that's relatively cheap called the Chuck Wagon. And apparently the Chuck Wagon has amazing food. Like all the reviews, they raved about their burgers. They serve them with pretzel buns. So, and apparently they have a really good breakfast too. So apparently the Chuck Wagon is really, really good, but also really, really popular. It is literally a hole in the wall. I passed by the Chuck Wagon, but it is tiny. This restaurant is literally like just basically a hole in the wall. Like you can see the kitchen. So it is like the smallest restaurant on the island, and it is so small that at noon there's a line out the door just to get in. So I have to find a time to go do this. So maybe when I get up there, before it starts getting busy, I might go try the Chuck Wagon because it sounds really good. So I have a list of things. And last year I somewhat conquered my fear of heights. This year my goal is to be able to sit in Marquette Park, which is this really big park that you have the fort up on the hill, and then down the hill in front of the fort is this massive thing of land called Marquette Park, named for Father Marquette. And it's got a little playground, and that's where a lot of the employees and families, they have picnics out there. Employees will go out there and sunbathe or meet up. They have frisbee, you play games, you can see the lake. It's literally like facing the marina. And there's the art museum next to it. So my goal is I want to be able to go hang out on Marquette Park. The problem is that I never hang out there is actually the cannon demonstrations. They aim the cannon out over the wall that is towards Marquette Park. And actually I saw one of the videos, because I've been watching it trying to desensitize myself to at least the cannon, which isn't that loud. They actually explain that one of the reasons they don't use a full traditional gunpowder, like I think it's like 10 or 20 ounces of gunpowder in the cannon to fire it up, is because that would scare the horses, it would rattle windows, it would knock paintings off walls, and they really don't want to disturb anyone's picnics down in the park. And plus, they'd like to keep their jobs. So it's really awesome. If you guys are thinking Fort Mackinac is like a traditional, like you go to Williamsburg and you go to the Williamsburg, how they have, or Plymouth, and they do everything is like 100% authentic. They talk, they act like they don't even know anything. Yeah, that's not this fort. They do the rifle demonstrations, they do the cannon demonstrations, they have interpreters who dress in period costumes. But that's pretty, and they have like a kids area where the kids can dress up in period costumes, but that's pretty much it. They don't do like they don't talk like in Days of Old and stuff like that. Like during the demonstrations, they say, okay, we are getting ready to fire the cannon. You have two options. One is to cover your ears, or two is to take out your cell phones to take pictures. And I already see some of you have your cell phones out. So it's not like in-depth historical reenactment. It's more like this is just this. So they do a historical reenactment. I think in the fall they do one at British Landing, but I will not be going to that. That's too much for me. They do one at British Landing. I think it's either British Landing or Fort Holmes. I think Fort Holmes. And Fort Holmes is like I think the tallest point on the island, and that's where they had a fort there. I think they had a fort there. But that fort has fallen into disrepair, so it's not like the nice Fort Mackinac. But I think they do a reenactment at Fort Mackinac, at Fort Holmes. They don't actually do a lot of surprisingly, Mackinac Island, I think they only do one or two reenactments, and they have to be careful because they can't do them in the downtown area because that's where everybody are. So they do one at Fort Holmes, and then I think they do one at British Landing, which is on the other side of the island. So I just had to avoid those two areas, and I'm good. The 4th of July, they do a big like cannon and gun salute, and then Memorial Day, they march out to the Fort Cemetery and do a 21 gun salute. So I just have to be careful which areas I go to. If I get up early enough on 4th of July, I might just like drive, and I don't have to go to work. Or I get up really early. I'm kind of hoping I have to work on 4th of July in the morning, because then I avoid the guns and cannons, because I'll be inside. Once you're inside, you actually can't hear them, which is totally insane. But you can't hear the guns or the cannons when you're inside, and actually after a certain point, once you're downtown, you can't hear them at all. So, like, I didn't live that far from the fort, but I couldn't hear the cannons or guns where I lived, and I was down by St. Anne's, and that's like right by the fort, so insane. But, yeah, this also might be the year where I get over my fear of fireworks, because Mackinac City does fireworks a lot. St. Anne's does fireworks like every Saturday in July. And then on 4th of July, they have 3 fireworks shows: Mackinac City, Mackinac Island, and St. Ignace. So that's going to be a lot of booms. So I have to get over it. So that might help me get over my fear of fireworks. So I'm excited. If you can't tell, I'm like, but now comes the fun part. So is deciding what clothes to take up with me, what Star Wars clothes, which might be my video Wednesday, showing you guys my Star Wars t-shirt to say, okay, you guys, help me pick which ones. I already know 2 I am taking. I already know which 2 I'm taking. I'm taking my Princess Leia shirt, and I'm taking my Jedi Order blueprint shirt, which is my blue shirt with like the white blueprint style drawings of the ships, and then has a pocket with the Jedi Order logo symbol on it. I know I'm taking that one because that was the first Star Wars shirt I ever got. So I'm taking that one. I'm taking my Princess Leia shirt because it is my new favorite Star Wars shirt, Self-Rescuing Princess. I love that shirt so much. As to say, I keep saying this is one of the reasons I love the new Star Wars. It's because there are so many girls I can look up to. I've always looked up to Princess Leia, and then I saw their prequels, and I thought Padme was cool. And then I saw Rebels and Clone Wars, and I think Ahsoka is the coolest thing ever to walk the earth. She's like my favorite Jedi after Obi-Wan and Anakin. And I really like Sabine because she's an artist. And then I saw Rey is cool. And then Rose is funny. And then I just saw the Battlefront 2 stuff, and I love Iden. Because Iden is like... Iden is awesome, so there are so many girls. It's like, how can I become a combination of Leia, Padme, Ahsoka, Sabine, Rey, and Iden? And Master Satele from Old Republic. How do I do that? How can I combine all those people into this? That's like, Impossible. You can't do it. So it's insane. So yay! I'm having chicken parmesan for lunch. My mind is racing. It's almost lunchtime, so I gotta get today's video uploaded, and I gotta get this one edited, and then today my plan is I was going to write, but I'm in a good mood, so I'm going to celebrate by not writing. I'm celebrating by not writing. Instead, I'm going to finish the Trooper class for Old Republic, and that will give me time to go play my consular character, Holly Rose. So, okay, here's the plan. Like, in my guild, you try to give your characters and when you play Old Republic, you create a legacy, and that's basically your last name. So my characters are of the Faith legacy, so their last name is Faith. But then but then in my guild, since we all have multiple characters, we try to give them characters names that are similar or sound the same. Like my guild head, her characters' names all have some part of their name is related to all of his characters, their names are somehow related to the moon. He always plays as a girl. So they always are related some way to the moon, so we call him Luna. My plan when I got the script, the 30-day, and was going to go, my plan was to give my characters all names that began with the letter A. Celtic names that began with the letter A. So I did pretty good. And my inspiration came because my smuggler I did, and her name is Amy Ann. Figure that out. That's actually one of my favorite names. I want to have a little girl and name her Amy Ann. Of course, I also want to have a boy and name him Anakin, and then have a girl and name her Leah Ray Kennedy. So I am very weird when it comes to names. So I had my smuggler and I named her Amy, and I'm like, cool, it works out. And then I made my knight and I named her Eileen. And I'm like, this is going great. And I go to name my other two characters, and for some odd reason, all my Celtic names that began with the letter A, they were saying they were already taken. I'm like, this is insane. So when I made my consular, I actually had to name her Holly Rose, which is actually the name of that baby doll in my bookcase, which is also another name I think would be pretty for a girl, is Holly Rose. So I have one of my Jedi is named Holly Rose. I'm like, that is the most un-Jedi-like name ever. It's Holly Rose. It is so, oh, I got 2 messages. And then when I went to make my trooper, I'm like struggling again, and finally I'm like, okay, I had this one name I made when I originally created some of these characters, which I got from a book I read as a little girl, and it's Diahan, D-I-A-H-A-N. And apparently it's Celtic and it means rare gem. And it's just kind of stuck with me. So I named my trooper Diahan, and it's just like so weird. So, but I'm almost done. I finished the story arc for Corellia, which is the final planet you go to in the base game before doing the epilogue. So she's on Corellia, and I finished the story arc for Corellia, which Corellia is so massive to do. You end up going through like 4 areas, and the thing is when you get there, the first thing you have to do is defeat like these neutron emitters so that you can use the rocket tram, which is how you get around to the different areas. And so it's like it's actually very long. I actually kind of think at times how you play it, it makes it longer than Ilum, and Ilum is a pain in the behind to play. But yeah, so I finished the story mission for Corellia. Now I have to finish the class mission for my trooper, and on the way I also have a minor mission I need to do. So my goal today is finish the story and finish the class mission for my trooper, which means my trooper's done. I don't have to do anything with her beyond that, and then I can work on my consular, because I decided to go ahead and do my trooper first and save my consular for last, because my consular is a Jedi Shadow, and she's the one I want to take into the expansion pack. So she's the one I want to do Rise of the Hot Cartel with, Shadow of Revan, Knights of the Fallen Empire. She's the one I want to do all those with. So, and then I am probably going to break down this summer and go ahead and do Imperial classes. I'll probably start with the Trooper first, and then do Bounty Hunter, and then do the Sith, because apparently, like the Jedi and Republic, the Sith have the best class storylines. So I don't want to be bad. And the thing is when you get those options to choose with light side or dark side, your choices. And I am always doing the light side because I always want to be good. But that's the thing. If you're going to be a Sith, if you're going to play for the Empire, you should probably do the bad stuff and just go all out. So But I'll probably do the opposite. And I had a friend who teased me about this because he was the one who helped me figure out how to play Old Republic. He would play as a Jedi, and he would always choose the dark side answers. He would always choose the bad answers. And I said, well, and he was the one who said if I played Imperial, I'd probably be the type of Imperial that would always pick the light side answers. He's right. So I just want to get started on finish State Trooper today, work on my Jedi Shadow, and then probably write a little bit tonight if I don't skip NVU again and play Sims 3, which I might. So busy day. So I'm going to get going so I can get today's video uploaded. I will talk to you guys later. Stay safe, stay sane. I am sending you all lots of love, hugs, and prayers, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.